What do you mean? How could she keep him alive? He was God, wasn't he?
Good. Your voice is back. I guess when you put it that way, it's a fair point to make. You know, in heaven, God moves and he's instantly surrounded by angels. He has such immeasurable power at his fingertips that every move he makes is to be made with great care and thought. But that night he had none of it. All he had was a young mother and her new husband. All he had was a bed of straw in a smelly, dirty place, only good enough to keep animals. He had no guards, no nannies, no nurses to take care of him. He just lay there, without power, without glory. But you people, with your cute Christmas jingles and your lights and your presents, you never seem to fully understand that night, the very heartbeat of the world was being threatened. The only light, the only hope in the world was hanging in the balance at that moment. The fate of everything depended on the survival of that child. And would he survive? You know, every time he coughed, every little move he made, every time he cried, it could have been the end of him.
Then what?
What do you mean?
If you couldn't keep him alive, what happened to him then?
He survived. The sun eventually rose, and the darkness ebbed to beautiful day. It always does, doesn't it? Doesn't the light always push back the darkness?
Your 5 minutes is up.
I know. Mara, what's in the locket?
I said that ain't none of your business, man. Look, I thought you had a message for me.
Mara, this is part of the message. I know what you've lost.
It was not lost. It was taken from me. Well, what do you know about any of that?
I know so much more than you think.
Oh, really? Do you know what it's like to have one thing in the world to live for? What do you know about pouring everything into your only hope? Putting your only egg into your only basket? What do you know about the prayers I send up every day? Praying that my son would survive this hell on earth, that he would make it across town to the better school and return the way I sent him. I taught him right from wrong, how to love and show respect for all people. He learned the most important messages that I could teach and was my angel. But what did it matter in a place like this? Because at the moment I got too comfortable. At the moment I think to myself, Mara, we doing it. He gon' make it. God, you sure are keeping your promises. In a senseless moment, in one single moment, it's gone. He's gone. And that day that Sean took his last breath, I breathed for the last time too. What do you know about any of that, sitting there in your fancy suit?
Mara, I know that you're choosing to walk through the darkness alone. I know that you're choosing death over life and that you don't have to. I know that even though you're in a dark place, there's this light that you keep putting out. I know that you've needed time to roll in the pain, time without laughter, without joy, without hope, time even without God.
Don't you dare speak about God, Gabriel. Don't even say his name. Your story about a child and his mother was one thing, but know this: when Sean died, God died with him.
Mara, I know that you believe that child just vanished into thin air and that he only magically reappears at Christmas. I know it's so much easier to believe that you've been abandoned. But I also know that deep down, deep in that place that only God sees, you've moaned and you've groaned and you've prayed for relief. Mara, God heard you and he sent me. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? He sent me to have this conversation with you, to meet you today, to give you these words. It's time for the light, child.
I can't see a way. I can't see a way past all this grief.
Mara, you don't have to see the way. Look, from the time that that child was born in that stable to the moment that I delivered that message to Mary, God decided that you would never have to be alone in the darkness. He decided that he would be the light that you seek. He decided that the world would never have to end because his son would pay that price. He decided that you'd never have to be alone, even without Sean. Because he would be ever present, never far, never out of reach. That's it, Mara. That's the message. Now it's up to you. I beg you, Mara. Abandon the darkness. Choose life. Choose the light.
O come, divine Messiah. Armona.